Perhaps we first sit, then we lean forward and try standing up on our feet. Of course, we don't succeed in the first attempt, but what's important is that we keep trying. Until we walk successfully, somewhere in the process there always is a helping hand, a guide to prevent us from falling. That's exactly the phase which you are in even today. Just that the walk is slightly different. It is work and career related. You are at a stage where you need to choose the right career. And this course will help you do just that. Just as an older person offers an infant a helping hand, this course will offer guidance for you to choose the right career. Hi, I'm Mac, your coach for this course. I'll be around as you take this course, and I have Seema Didi with me.
This topic, which is the first of 3 topics, is about introducing you to the world of work. At the end of this topic, you will be able to describe why we need to work, describe how a job role fits in a typical work environment, list potential career or work options available to you.
Let me introduce myself. I'm a Bachelor of Science student. I work part-time in the evenings at a local food chain outlet. I also play cricket at college level. My interests include books, I love reading, and technology, because technology keeps me well informed.
And I am Seema. You can call me Seema Didi. I'm studying to be a dentist. I'm a first-year student of the Bachelor of Dental Science course. I have just finished going through the process of choosing the right career for myself. Mac, you started working at a very young age, didn't you? Why?
The main reason I started working was for money. With the modest amount I earn, I can support my education to an extent and the extracurricular activities. The cricket gear costs a lot, But money is just one aspect of what work is all about. Work gives me a lot of self-confidence to interact with people. The hands-on experience I get positively shapes my personality. I think I've become smarter ever since I started working. Basically, there are many reasons I work. And that applies to all people who work.
That is so cool, Mac. I'm going to see if I can get an opportunity to start helping a dentist in my area while I'm still studying. That'll not only be fun, but will also help me understand the subjects I study better. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. And you know what? Every person who has gainful work, that is, gets paid for working, is helping the economy prosper.
Can you explain how?
Let me try to explain in very simple terms. Every person who works earns money. This money increases a person's ability to buy products or services. When people buy services or products, they benefit the seller of those products or services and the people who produced those products or services. Business increases and economy does well.
So every job helps not just the person, but others and ultimately the economy as well.
Correct. So why do you think people work? Select your answers for both the questions and click submit.
Okay, so why do you think people work? Because work pays money, work gives status, work can help buy a house, or work can help go for a holiday. Yes, Soraya.
Work pays money.
Okay, because it pays money. And then it says, and what do people do at work? An engineer uses a computer, a doctor treats patients, a teacher teaches, pilot flies the plane. Which one, guys?
A teacher teaches.
Okay, a teacher teaches.
Work is important because it brings in money, gives you security, and reflects your status. Very true. However, that is not all. Having one out of the 3 or even all of the 3 will not necessarily give you satisfaction. Will you be happy if you're working for money, security, and status in a boring job?
Mm-mm.
For example, if you had to punch cards every day for a very good pay, would you enjoy doing it? The point is that it is important that your career, that is the job you do, interests you. That makes choosing the right career a critical task, doesn't it?
Is it a critical task?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Have you thought about what kind of job you want to do?
What job are you guys interested in?
Select your answers and click submit.
The choices are a pilot, a doctor, a scientist, a mountaineer, a teacher, musician, a lawyer, or a dancer. Which one, if you had to choose another one, would you be
I was going to
interested
say
in?
scientist.
Yeah, pilot.
pilot.
You seem to have an idea of what you would like to do. This awareness of what you might like to do will help you make better career-related decisions. Whatever job you do, you will notice that it is supported or complemented by other jobs. To understand this point better, let's take an example of a work environment and see how many jobs are associated with it. Let's take the television sets in our homes as an example. To watch a television program, we need a television, a program to watch, and then something which can bring the television news to our homes. Engineers or technicians and other professionals work in a factory to manufacture a television set. A team of media professionals create a television program for a television channel. And then broadcasting companies, various equipments and software bring the program to our individual television sets.
There are actually two sides to television. The hardware component, which is the source of image and sound. For example, the dish antenna, TV, and the remote which can be touched. You can get into the hardware side of television, which includes manufacturing. For example, you can work in a factory which manufactures televisions and the speaker systems. The software or the virtual component includes signals, frequency, bandwidth, broadcasting software, etc., which cannot be touched like the images, sounds, and movies. You can work in the virtual side where you can be an actor, a newsreader, a photographer, etc. What, according to you, are the various jobs involved in running a TV news channel? Select your answers and click Submit.
Okay, so when we're talking about a news channel, you have an animator, newsreader, technician, journalist.
Animator.
Okay.
Oh.
Animator, what else?
Technician.
Newsreader, journalist.
Yeah, journalist.
That is great. A TV news channel has a variety of careers, which are jobs and services involved to bring out the final output, the news that you can watch through the day. They have cameramen, light technicians, news anchors, on-the-field journalists, producers, directors, makeup artists, animators, and many other professionals. Let's see how these different jobs are interlinked.
So, the broad areas of activities or professions involved for the smooth functioning of a TV news channel are news gathering, news filling, that is, writing news, and finally, the news presentation. In addition to this, there are the support services such as lighting, makeup, direction, etc. Let's see how these activities segregate into different functions. So, reading the news is a front-end job. Gathering the news is a back-end job. And then there are support services like taking care of employees, etc. Now that we know that the work environment comprises many different careers, let's continue with our example for anyone wanting to be a TV news anchor. Once you know the prospect of being a TV news anchor interests you, and that you have the basic skills needed to be one, you can enroll in the appropriate courses. We will discuss these steps in detail later in the course.
The search for a right career should start with the U process. Start with understanding the working world. Observe the people around you. What is work? How does the working world function? What is a career? How do different careers come together to form a whole industry? The next step in the U process is to think and plan. It helps to reflect on your career and map your career interests to requirements and preferences. Moving forward is the third phase, where you identify opportunities and make the right decisions.
Let's now summarize what we have learned in this module. Work is important because it brings in money, gives you security, and reflects your status. However, that's not all.
Having one out of the three or even all of the three will not necessarily give you satisfaction. It is important that your career, that is the job you do, interests you. That is why choosing the right career is a critical task.
Okay, any questions thus far?
No.
You understand?
Oh yeah, I understand.
Yes, Soraya.
So if we're picking a career, would that decide our life?
Yeah, it's what you're going to do literally for the rest of your life. So like he said, you don't want to just do something for money, because after a while, if it's something you don't like doing, you're going to get tired of doing it. So you want to do something that you're passionate about. If you do what you love, the money will come. That's what you want to remember. I had to learn that at a very young age. As I began to do things I was passionate about, it made it more successful. Why?
Because you enjoyed it.
Yes, and you put your mind and your heart and your soul into it. Any more questions before we move on?
No.
You have taken the first step towards choosing your career. You have started thinking about it. The next two modules, Vista and Seek, will help you make a career choice.
Bye. Thanks for visiting.